Okay, lots and lots of news. 7:15 ADP non-farm employment, 7:30 trade balance, 8:45 final services PMI, 9 a.m. ISM non-manufacturing PMI. Coronavirus news ran the cash market up pretty good. It didn't seem to have a comparable effect in gold, but I could be mistaken about that. Top-down observations is that yesterday we had a 3 sigma push to the 56 point of control. It suggested that the broader market is making a run higher and moving into a risk-on scenario for sure. And then the cash market gapped up again today. Again, that was on coronavirus, but all of it sort of falls in line. One thing I've learned about the market is that it doesn't really matter why it happened. It just sort of did happen, and now that represents new information and a new opportunity for some market participants. On the weekly, the move down was anticipated, but the distance was not. The expectation is now balancing between 52 and 64s. Further risk on positioning will invalidate that hypo, and we would expect to break most likely yesterday's low and probably look for a test of 44, 42, 15, 44, 42, somewhere in that area. We have returned to the 1-9-10-day structure. Yesterday's profile is trend day short in search of value. Point of control is in the lowest mode, and the overnight profile is actually balanced with a neutral point of control. Interesting point I want to point out is that we're opening near a bunch of point of controls: the full session, the overnight, yesterday's, and the micro composite from 1-8 on the RT8 session. So I'm expecting balance until we break. In this case, 57 I think is a good over and under. If we break above yesterday's point of control and test the upper KLVN, then I would think that we're likely to balance between 52 and 64. Now, what that could look like is just a lot of swinging back and forth, and that's pretty much why I think it's very difficult in these kinds of situations to try and say that we're going to be linear. But given the fact that we're opening up here, I'm expecting that we're going to see a bunch of this until we form a base and then ultimately get up here. The expected action here in this area is that we've tested down to this point of control before it was there. We rejected the lower LVN there, pushed back up to the upper, didn't quite make, well, it looks like we kind of made that, and then now we've pushed back down to the point of control in this area here, pushing through it, and we pulled back. So now the expected action is that we push down like this. And the risk-on scenario at the open, if sellers take control and we get below 56 rather quickly, then I'm going to want to try and join that to the downside, aiming for this area here, and then in a big move, all the way down to a few weeks ago low. So in the upside scenario, I expect more struggle, but still, working out what will amount to be a balance area in this range. That would not be unfounded, I don't think. So that's it for this morning in gold.